But yeah,
Yeah.
your second story was about trad wives. So there was a modern feminist who decided to give a week of her life to being a trad wife, which is, let's define trad wife first. This is a real trend on TikTok.
Yeah, so trad wife is your traditional wife. So
Okay.
following all the, like, she does the cooking, the cleaning, the baby tending, the organization. She supports her man. She's taken a step back to make her man shine, because that's what a good traditional wife does.
Right. Okay. That sounds painful. And it's genuinely the way you phrase it, it makes it sound like she just has another kid. Like this guy can't do anything for himself. Because, we've all met great men who, share with the cooking, share with the childcare. And, and I'll say it myself. I know I divorced him, but my ex is, we share childcare. We share, in fact, because
Yeah.
I earn more, he does more of the housework. Boom, modernism. So she what, stopped working for a week and started
Went
cooking and
in.
cleaning.
Yeah, she full on went into the role of trad wife. So she, like, day one, like, got up early, made the kids their proper organic, healthy breakfast, of all natural, da da da. Then she got ready. So when her husband awoke, she was in full hair and makeup.
Wait a minute, she
So
fed the kids and then got ready. He slept
yeah,
through all of that.
yeah, because she said she wanted to get ready right before he got up, so she'd have, like, the freshest, nicest look for him. So she did all that, then got ready for him, then got him up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the thing.
I'm in
Made his
pain.
lunch, sent him
I'm in
off.
pain. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Then the kids, she's with the kids, so the kids don't go to school. So also, and eventually, really, a true trad wife homeschools the children, right? Because you want them to have the proper.
That makes no sense to me because if the men that want trad wives, they don't want their women too well educated. So how can you
Yeah.
have your uneducated wife then homeschool your children?
Well, I imagine the boys at some point would be allowed to go into, like, secondary education. Maybe the girls a
Allowed.
little bit allowed. Well,
Allowed.
they would be put into it. The women might be allowed. That's the term. The men will go. The women might be allowed. But it's more focusing on, like, what you need to focus. Like, it would be like home economics is what I think. Girls are just going to be at home learning to cook, clean, serve. This. So this is the whole thing. So
Blowjobs.
she love job,
Just
being ready to service your man every evening, to fulfill all his needs. Like, that's the thing too. At one point she said she was so tired from getting ready and everything, she was like, now I gotta go and try and, be, like, in the mood after you've been touched by the kids all day, after you've been,
yeah.
so she did this for a week, and she was like, day two, she was like, I can see why something. By day three, she was like, my world seemed small. And this is
Mm,
what I want people to realize. They make the world small. They go,
right.
you women deal with this. Oh, but there's so much within that small world for you to deal with. Don't you worry. You're going to be so busy being pretty, raising the kids, cooking food. It's like men, they want the women not even to realize their world is small. By giving them a small world, they go develop a huge world within these tiny expectations that we have for you. So I think women that are raised in this don't even understand. Whereas I love this woman's perspective, because she was like, by day three, my world was small. And that was
Mm,
such a statement to me, to be like, wow, this is a woman coming from her liberal, working, doing everything, and then going into this. And it just made me realize, well, she has perspective.
yes.
But if all you're taught is this, you don't even know. Like, and this is what scares me the most right now, because I feel we're on the verge of women being pushed back into this tiny little box.
Mm.
And so it really concerned me. So I was really intrigued to see her opinion. By the end of it, she also said, she was like, my husband, I was worried by the end of it that he'd really like it, but he missed her. He missed having conversations and her being able to come home and talk about her day. And that to me shows a good, healthy relationship, when two people
Yeah.
are sharing, communicating their lives about their experiences in the world. That's a relationship. What he wants is a servant, and
Yes.
what like you said, is another child, right? Just who provides the money. Oh, because the other thing she said was he left his credit card, because of course the man pays for everything. The man pays for everything, which, is fine. But in my life, I never wanted to be bought. I was never going to be bought, whether it be with a house, whether it be, I
I'm
don't know.
I'm so torn because on the one hand, I I admire, there are women who choose to stay at home and raise their children, and it's not an easy job.
No,
I
and
mean,
there's nothing wrong with that.
and
Let
there's
me say that
nothing wrong with
too.
that.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with that if that's your choice and that's your world and that's what you want it to be. But actually, to raise children properly is not a small world. It's a big world because your job is to raise responsible citizens for the future. You
Hmm.
can't do that if your world is blinkered and small, not properly, I would argue. And so 110% 10% respect to mothers and stay-at-home mums who go, this is what I want to do. And as someone, I mean, my house is, I'll be honest, it's not the cleanest, it's not the tidiest, it's not the prettiest. um it would be if I had 100% of my time was just here. I'd be like, we're painting this room this week, we're putting art up there. I
Hmm.
must take out the cutlery drawer and give that a clean. Like, these are the things that just don't happen on the regular. But so housewifery is not easy. But you're right. I mean, women are so capable, multi capable, and the fact that men want to keep them small because they don't want to have to rise. And I say men, hashtag not all men, guys. Of course, hashtag not
Yeah,
all men.
yeah, yeah.
But
Always,
the
always.
ones that want these trad wives, essentially they go, I don't want to have to do the work on myself to be a bigger, better person that deserves a woman who can go out there and work and come home and give me stimulating
Hmm.
conversation and be a partner with myself. So I'm going to make her small so that I can stay lazy. And that's what really irritates me, because this is where you get these microaggressions in any relationship. But and they can go both ways. It's not gender specific,
Yep.
but you can get those things like, even things like, oh, I'm going to the shops, can you make me a list? That's one way of being lazy. Make me a list of what we need. Well, no, you go to the fridge, look inside it, and see what we need. Or you decide what we're having for dinner and buy those ingredients and make dinner tonight.
Oh
That's
gosh, yeah.
that's where I come across it. But the other reason I'm torn is because I've married for love, and we all publicly know how that worked out. And I'm ready to marry for money, and I'm gonna say that out loud. I am ready to marry for money. I am ready for someone to leave me a credit card and go, honey, don't go to work today. Just get yourself a nice massage, and or go to the spa with your friends and have a nice lunch. Like, I feel so ready for that.
I know.
Like,
Well,
is
look.
that, as a woman, I'm there going, oh, but some of them marry, that looks good. Of course, I'm way too old. No man with money is going to marry me now. In fact, I'm right at the age where he's getting rid of me and marrying my daughter. So
Don't say that. I think you'd make a 91-year-old millionaire, an excellent girlfriend.
oh, you know what? I didn't think of thank you so much. I'll be on,
You're
and
welcome.
I've done older before. I know how it's done. I can change a catheter. I'm ready. I'm skilled at this. So if you're out there listening, I'm, you know, and actually, I don't have that many. I'm not into fashion, so I'm not gonna spend that much on your credit card. If anything, you'll be
No.
suspicious. You'll be like, "Are you sleeping with somebody else?" I'll be like, "Why do you think that?" Because you're not spending enough money on the credit card, so you must be doing something else. Um,
I don't
Ian's,
know. I think Rhea Nicole Smith has a nice ring to it.
oh, well, I mean, late onset lesbianism, that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, me and Nicole Smith, we'll have a great time together. But Ian says, so a trad wife will fulfill all my needs. Does that mean she'll play video games with me? Um,
Yes, the new age trad wife would have to. She's probably going to have to know how to like boot up the equipment,
yeah,
get the best sound going. She's going to learn the games that you want. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't want to sell this. Look at, I don't want to sell this to you guys, but yeah, that's what a trad. Will she have an opinion on the game? No. Will she always lose to you? Yes. You know,
Of course,
yeah.
all the good things, and she'll make sure that the software is upgraded before you get home, so you don't have to wait for it to load. All of that. She's what a good trad wife. Isn't Rupert Murdoch single again? Is he? Well,
This is it.
well.
This changes
Oh my God,
everything.
Rhea Murdoch. I can see it. Rhea.
RM, RM. Yep.
How? Oh God. Okay. Again, I think I just vomited a little bit in my mouth, but I just, you know what I want? I want to marry rich, but rich who still wants me to work on what I want to work on. Like
Well, look, I was going to say there are those out there, right? There's now
yeah.
a lot of, there's young boomers with money who understand the new ways of
Young
the
boomers
world.
isn't that's an oxymoron, young boomers, but I like young-minded boomers, young-minded
Yeah,
boomers.
yeah, the young-minded boomer. Yeah. There's a lot of guys, in all honesty, you know what they do? It's all like simmer all these pre-prepared meals, and they hire cleaning ladies.
No,
Right? Like
you know,
even good men still aren't picking up their laundry because their moms picked it up for them. I love my man with all my heart and soul, but he's got a few tendencies, and I'm like, your mom picked up all your laundry. And I know your mom did it because my mom picked up all my laundry. So now we're both the people who were spoiled as kids. And so I said to him, I'm like, I will not be the one taking on the role of having to do all that because I was spoiled just like you. And I'm not going to start living my
yep.
life the way, like, yeah. So
No.
I blame it on the generations of women. This is why we need to
It's
stop
our
it
fault.
now.
It is our fault. We're the ones
Yes,
that,
it
yes,
is.
we birthed them and we raised them. If there's a patriarchy, we did something wrong in the first 13 to 18 years where we had full control. That's what is so crazy. I mean, the laundry in our house, it used to be, I think Steve used to do all the laundry. And then he wouldn't like separate things out. And I was like, no, you do not wash like my delicates with the sponges and the tea towels from the kitchen or the dust. No, no, no. So I said, look, he's like, if you don't like how I do it, you do your own laundry. I went, absolutely fine. So I do my own laundry. Then my daughter got to an age where she's like, you're not washing my delicates with, no, I'm doing my own. I'm doing, and then
My own
she started
laundry.
doing mine.
Yes.
Right. And that's the same thing. So all he does is he does it a little bit shit. And then as the kids get older, they go, do you know what? I'll just do it myself.
Which
It's
has been the
brilliant.
plight of men for years. Do a shitty job and then someone else will do it better.
Wow.
Again, not all men, not all men.
Hashtag
Sorry,
not
the
all
ones,
men.
yeah, continuously.
Although
Yeah,
that being said, we're talking about me marrying Rupert Murdoch, but I understand that women are about to come into trillions. So should I be maybe
ah,
looking for a female partner?
oh, quite possibly that would be what you should be doing. Yeah.